Hey, hello, my name is JulieJo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Hit the like button, subscribe please, and hit the bell if you want to get alerted when I post my videos. If you're not new here, welcome back. We have an interesting video today that I'm so excited to do. But before that, don't forget to go follow me on social media. Walking on Lexapro is my name on TikTok and Instagram. There you will see more everyday anti-MLM content. On YouTube, you see about 2 videos a week, so definitely go follow those. But I really am just excited to go ahead and get into this. Today, we are going to be looking at some retaliations from the Lularich documentary, from some multi-level marketing Huns. We will be looking at one in particular from a certain Instagram. If you don't know what Lularich is, it is a documentary about LuLaRoe and the debacle that is LuLaRoe. You can find it on Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime and you don't want to pay for it, just get the free month trial and you can watch it. It is so good. It is 4 episodes. Definitely worth the watch. Definitely worth the watch. My pal Roberta Blevins is on there. Love her to death. Definitely go take a watch. Support them. Give it 5 stars if you love it. I loved it. It has 5 stars. Even with all the Huns trying to give it 1 star, it still has 5 stars. It's so good. Anyway, so this Instagram is called No Shame Sales Game. Here's what it looks like. A certain person runs it, but I don't want to go into who that is, and I am going to blur her out just because she's not considered a public figure, but this Instagram in particular has quite a bit of followers, so I am going to show it. I will say that you can definitely tell has made a huge impact in the MLM world just from her video alone. Even then, you can see in general, if you live in the MLM world or the anti-MLM world, you know that shit has gone down, and her video does not help them in any way, shape, or form. But we're going to go through it. I'm going to debunk some of the stuff that she says because it's so ridiculous. Let's laugh together, learn together, and put some Huns in their place.
Hello, good morning, happy Monday. For those of you who I don't yet know, my name is and I am the heartbeat behind No Shame Sales Game and Direct Sales Growth Community. And I am excited and kind of nervous to talk to you this morning about the Lularich documentary. I've been getting lots of DMs, lots of, have you seen the Lularich documentary? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I'm so worried about our industry. I can't believe this. People are feeling a certain way. Just to off the bat, I have not yet finished the documentary. I prefer Ted Lasso, so that's what I've been watching in my free time. But I watched the first episode and I can see that, kind of where this is going. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it and not wait too much longer because like I said, I'm getting a lot of messages. Okay, so, man, feels like a kick in the gut, doesn't it?
I feel great. I feel fantastic. Let's keep going.
God. As I was watching the first episode, I was like, oh man, this is going to be great. Wonderful. Can't wait. So, first of all, we have to go into this knowing that this is a film. It's a documentary that was created with a slant. They went in with a bias and they proved what they, proved. They went in to, find people to support what it is that they were trying to showcase. Am I saying that it's all fake and it's not real? No. But I'm saying it's not a super even-keeled representation, right? They talked to former retailers. They talked to, in the first episode that I watched, there's this old guy sitting behind a desk who's interviewed. I think he's like an MLM expert. He literally is an author of a anti-MLM book. So if you're having somebody speak in a documentary, it's not balanced if it's somebody who literally makes it their life's work, or they get paid to talk badly about our industry. So
shut the front door. You mean to say, this is what you mean, because this is the truth. He's showing facts. Do you know why he became big in the MLM world? Because he has researched and gotten together facts and statistics They're trying to give this whole, oh, it's just like their side to it, their side to it. No, it's the facts. They speak for themselves. Quite clearly, actually. Maybe she needs to watch the rest of it. But it's pretty straightforward. And while it is a documentary that wants to show the truth about MLMs and obviously the bad part of MLMs, which is the majority of the multi-level marketing business structure, it also is just there to show you the facts. I mean, what more can I do? I mean, facts are facts. You can't just say they're biased. It's just their opinion. They're not an opinion when it's a fact. Girl, you gotta get over that. It hurts. I know. It's really hurting you. I know it really hurts. Oh, I know it really hurts. I know. Actually, I don't know. I feel pretty great. You finally know that the truth is out and you can't just push this aside. It's there for everyone to see. Let's keep going.
Also, okay, so I also got wind that they might have paid their subjects, and that's like a big no-no in the documentary space. I cannot confirm that, but anyway. So how do we go about this? I think a lot of what I'm hearing from people is that they're worried about how it's going to impact their businesses and how they feel like it's kind of chipping away at their confidence about what it is that they do. I had a friend even say to me, like, I saw the documentary and I'm going to take a step back from like team building because of the documentary. And that made me kind of sad.
I would like to say, sure, I think some people it's chipping away at their confidence, but I would also like to say I think it's opening a lot of people's eyes who are in MLMs. And I think it sounds like her friend wants to step away from the team building because she realizes how pyramid schemey it actually is. She realizes how unethical that part is. So she wants to step away from that. It's not a lack of confidence at that point. It's a gain of empathy. She realizes what's going on. They're going to be more difficult to manipulate now because they've had to be shown in a very robust way that what they're doing is not okay. And they're being shown how it affects other people and what it looks like and how horrible it is. And now that everyone is able to see it in a very robust way again, they can't just hide it. They have to come to terms with it. And some people just aren't going to be able to continue, which is exactly what we want. You've left an MLM because you saw Lularich. Comment below. We love it. We want to see it. We want to congratulate you. Let's continue.
Because if that documentary is going to impact the way that we do business, then they win and they make it the truth, right?
Sorry to stop it so many times, but they win, they make it the truth. You can't make something the truth that's already the truth. You can't make something a fact that's already a fact. That's, nope. No. You gotta come to terms with it. She's gotta come to terms with the fact that what they presented and what they are showing are facts. And this isn't about LuLaRoe in general. It's about the MLM, the multi-level marketing business model. It's the entirety of the business model. That's the issue. And that goes for every MLM company. Doesn't matter what company you're in. Your company is not better than any other company because it is the MLM business model. If your company's an MLM, it's a problem. Plain and simple. Let's keep going.
So I want to talk about the objections that you might hear from people after they saw the Lularich documentary. I think a lot of the people who are watching this, Chrissy, it's called Lularich, and it's on Amazon Prime, I think. So like Alexis, when it was in the beginning, they were showing like a montage of different companies, and I was like, oh God, this hurts, because they're saying that everything is the same. So I think we need to be educated about what it is that we're talking about, and I feel like it needs to be addressed. Companies don't talk about this. They just say pish posh, like that's no big deal. And I feel like that's not really helping anybody or helping the industry move forward. So what are some common objections that we might be facing in the aftermath of this documentary? Oh, this is so weird. I've been so nervous to talk about this. And there's a cardinal that literally landed right next to my car. That's always my sign for my dad. That's crazy. I've been so nervous to talk about this. Okay, so the first objection that you might get is one that we've all heard. Like, it's a pyramid scheme. Okay, I have jokingly said, like, a pyramid scheme is illegal, right? So I jokingly say that because in conversation I'm always saying, like, you know, that's illegal. I'm like kind of offended that you think that I would be engaged in illegal activity, but we can't actually use the illegal thing as our rebuttal to that objection, because like cocaine is illegal, but people do it every day. You know what I mean? Like illegal things happen. So whatever. Is it a pyramid scheme? It is shaped like a pyramid. There's no denying that. There's no getting around that. There are fewer people at the top than there are at the bottom. Like, just like any corporation. And it's not like us saying corporate America or corporate whatever is bad. Like, some people love their corporate America jobs. Like, I know I get like cheeky on here and whatever, but like, I'm not here to shit on anyone's profession, right?
Oh, really? Let's take a glance at some of the things posted about corporate America. We have this one, them. Direct sales is a pyramid scheme. Me, CEO, president, vice presidents, middle management, team leaders, supervisors, hardworking, entry-level employees. Next thing, people will accept working at jobs for years before getting a promotion or a raise, but think direct sales is a scam. Every corporation is a pyramid. I prefer the kind where I don't have to ask for a promotion or a raise because I can create it myself. She shit talks corporate America all the time and doesn't say she wants to shit on people's jobs, but she does, unless they're MLMs.
But everything's shaped like a pyramid. When you say pyramid scheme, you're implying that something fraudulent is going on, and that's simply not the case. So it's not a pyramid scheme because there's nothing fraudulent happening. It's not a Ponzi scheme. Like, people are buying a product, there are customers, there are consultants, there are whatever, but a scheme implies that there's something fraudulent happening. It's not happening here.
You know that a pyramid scheme is based on recruitment. The majority of the money comes from recruitment above product. There might be some kind of product, but the majority of the money comes from the recruitment. That is what a pyramid scheme is. That's what MLMs do. The majority of them, you make the most money from building a team under you. And you don't get more money from selling products.
I also think we need to address that all companies are not created equally. And this isn't like a diss to LuLaRoe, or because I have friends at LuLaRoe, but like, not every company is created the same, right? So I think one red flag that we need to talk about is the fact that if a company requires you to carry a lot of inventory up front, that is something to consider. And that's not how the majority of social selling works these days. I think that is an antiquated model of having people carry inventory that they have to personally move. I think that's what's brilliant about the more updated social selling model, is that we are not required to carry inventory and move it. We are literally...
All because we aren't required to carry inventory and move it doesn't mean we are not pushed to carry inventory. I was told to be a product of the products and to purchase products. Purchase the 30 days Healthy Living in Arbonne. Of course, that's over $300. When I was done with that, every 30 days to refill that. But then also switch and ditch. switch your old products out for new products. So then by the end of the year, I'm switching all of my products out, buying all Arbonne products, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Their toothpaste, $10, $11. I mean, it's insane. You are spending so much. When it comes to stuff that is consumable, you likely spend so much over a year. I encourage you to go through, if you've been in a multi-level marketing company, and count how much have you spent on products? How much have you spent on products? And when it would come around to Christmas, or when we'd have like a package that, or like a special or whatever, buy 2 or 3 of them. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars, so that you can keep one, you can sell one, and then you could allow people to use one. That's like $1,000. Doesn't matter that we're not required to buy $5,000 up front. That $5,000 is going to be spent, whether we're required to carry it or not. They've just done it in a way now that doesn't seem like it's actually happening. Like, no, you're only spending $300 to start a business. Come on, people spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to start a business. Look at you, you're spending $300. But over a year, you're spending $10,000. She's not made a good point yet.
Acting as, kind of liaisons for the company. And what we do is, like, we're not moving anything. We're not shipping. We're not billing. We're not returns. We're not any of that. I don't have anything that you can buy from me right now. And I think that that's a huge point to make when somebody's saying, like, is this like Lularich or whatever? Most of us don't carry inventory. I think that's a huge, huge piece and a differentiating piece. I'm not responsible for that. So there's that. I was going to say one more thing. Inventory. Oh, and nobody makes money, right? Obviously, we all heard that. Like, oh, everyone lost all this money. Okay. The anti-MLMers love to talk about this, right? That nobody makes money. The facts, the reports that they are citing are outdated. They're not new. So that's one thing. And also, I can't say nobody loses money. I can't say that. What I can say, and what I think you should say to people, is when they say, oh, well, I heard that 99% of people don't make money. Yeah, I've seen those reports. I understand that those look pretty dismal. Not really a shining example of what this could be, or what this is. So you can say, there's 2 things to understand. One is that when anybody joins a company, right, or this industry, they're automatically added to that pool of statistics, right? A lot of people come in here for the discount, and they don't have any plans of selling anything. So they make no money because they're not trying to sell it, but they're included in those statistics. So it's skewed statistics.
I want to believe that. I want to believe it so bad. But when only 0.3% of your company makes a livable income, I just hear a bunch of BS. Bunch of shit just falling right out of her mouth, spewing everywhere. Let's say that she pulls up a statistic that's outdated. Let's say that happens. What about your income disclosure statement that's from 2020? What about that? It's so bad. What about her business, actually? How about we look at her company, Rodan & Fields? The average paid consultant that makes money earned $462 annually last year. Annually. That's before you add in what you've paid for products for yourself. That is, again, for paid consultants. It doesn't take into account consultants that made zero income. Again, the argument is just shit. I mean, you can say, oh, some of them are outdated. Sure. but the income disclosure statement says otherwise. And if you really want to get technical, the FTC says it too. The FTC says that most people who join legitimate MLMs make little or no money. Some of them lose money. In some cases, people believe they've joined a legitimate MLM, but it turns out to be an illegal pyramid scheme that steals everything they invest and leaves them deeply in debt. So tell me, where's the incredible opportunity in that from the Federal Trade Commission? There's not one. Hello, this is Editing Julie. I know. Why am I here? Let me explain. I had some juicy stuff I feel like I had to add to this. So, excuse the appearance, yikes. The person in this video, how do I put it? She was part of the 99% that wasn't successful in the business. She is in Rodan Fields, and I got inside information from someone who worked with her that she failed. Part of the 99%. So what she did instead was create this giant Instagram looking very successful, acting as though she had all of this knowledge like she's successful. She charges people $365. She says $1 for every day of the year. It costs $1 a day for a year. $365. And they're getting trainings, but she's running it. Someone who's never been successful in a multi-level marketing company is helping others become successful. She's a big scam on her own. She's a liar. She is a huge scam artist. Anyway, enjoy the rest. Anyway, let's keep going.
Am I saying that everyone is a millionaire? Absolutely not. But I also don't think that it's millionaire or bust. Because when they're saying, oh, well, the stats say the average person makes $300 a year. Right. But you have to understand that a lot of people who are in the statistics had no intention of selling anything or making money doing it. So there is like a new, like summer, social selling is the new era of network marketing. Yes, it's a new wave of this. So that's what we're educating people about. And then what you can say when you're having these conversations with somebody one-on-one, or you're having these conversations like with your broader audience, and you're like doing Facebook or Instagram stories or lives or whatever, you can say like, I don't know the entire network marketing field. I don't. But what I do know is that there's 4 people on my team. And of those 4 people, 3 of them have promoted to, you know, what, obviously every company has different titles, whatever. 3 of them are making a paycheck. The one, maybe it didn't work out. Maybe she decided it wasn't for her. But talking about the statistics that you can actually speak to and making it more personal. So maybe you don't have a team yet. So talk to one of your team leaders and say like, how many people are like, I hate now because of the way that the internet and the world is, like, I do my research. But just poll your team leader, or just how many people are on this team? How many people are, active? How many people are making a paycheck? And then talk about that, because that's what you actually have.
When you're talking about how many people are making a paycheck, you need to talk about what they're overall profiting at the end of the year. Taxes and product purchases are included. You need to talk about that too. You can't just talk about, oh, I made $500 this month, but you spent $1,000 on products. There's a big issue there. But they'll say, oh, I made $500 this month. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. But you spent $1,000 on products. Like, they're not going to tell you that part though. They never will tell you that part. So, oh, she made a paycheck, she made a paycheck, she made a paycheck. She made $800, she made $200, she made $500. But they've all spent more on products than what they've made. So they're not actually making money. They're not profiting. It almost makes me laugh. They all talk about how business-minded they are and how they're entrepreneurs, but they don't think about it. Like, just a little more thought in there. Just a little more. Let's keep going.
Of like statistics, like personal statistics. So people like to throw that on our faces, saying like, oh, 99% of people. Don't get tripped up over that. Don't feel like, oh, because that's what I've had a lot of people feel like. I feel like I can't combat that. I feel like I can't. It's not about you proving anything. It's not about you trying to change the anti-MLMers mind. It's not, because those people who are out there, there's a huge difference between like the anti-MLM movement and people who like are normal, sane people and have questions, right? I don't want you feeling like you need to be on this crusade to change people's minds.
I am not on this crusade to change people's minds. I also am sane. She called people in MLMs, in anti-MLM movement, insane because she said the people who are not in it are sane. So I'm sane, Colleen. But what I am here to do, Colleen, if you're not Colleen, you can hop off. Just kidding, stay on. I'm here to show the facts that you won't show. I'm here to protect the consumer that you're trying to manipulate. It hurts a little bit. I know. It hurts when facts prove you wrong. I'm just here to lay the facts in front of someone and say, you decide. Here's the truth. Here's the truth from actual research, not shitty research, actual research. Now you decide. You get to make that choice. I can't decide for you. That's what I'm here to do. I'm going to keep on doing it too. I'm going to keep doing it. And if you liked it, you let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to leave your commentary as we're going through this. I want to know what you're thinking about what's coming out of her mouth.
Shit, I'm not on a crusade to change the anti-MLMers' minds. I'm on a crusade to help us make this industry better, to like where people are lagging and where like the stereotypes are really being like made true. I'm trying to speed everything up so we can all be on the same page, so that these outdated statistics, outdated understandings, outdated perceptions, that they're like finally gone, right? Like it's not the same. People aren't selling shit out of the back of their trunks. They're not like schlepping things around, and like it's just not the way that it's done anymore. I understand that's the way that it was done in the past, maybe, but for the vast majority of us, it's not what we're doing. So it's having the conversations and educating people rather than being defensive and saying like, fuck that documentary, it's the worst, I hate those people who made that, I hate Lularich. No, none of those things. Those were filmmakers. They had a slant that they wanted to create. They did it. They talked to people who had a bad experience or whatever. That's fine.
Let me help her fix that really quick. Those are filmmakers. They had people who knew the facts. They had people who've experienced those facts. They have the facts. They show the facts. They prove the facts. The facts are there. Facts. MLMers are going to continue to try to manipulate this, like they do everything, into, oh, they have a slant, they have a bias, but facts are facts. There's nothing they can do about it. All they can do is hope to God that you believe them when they say, oh, they're biased. It's an opinion. It's not an opinion. Let's keep going. It might hurt their feelings. Might hurt them a little bit. But it's not an opinion.
They're allowed to do that. They're also, like, I had a Lularich retailer reach out to me just the other day, and she was like, if you have any questions, let me know. Like, on average, I sell $1,000 a month. It helps me put food on my family's table. Like, people are now bullying Lularich consultants and saying, like, things like, go kill yourself, or harassing them. That's just ridiculous. It's insane. That's not what we're here to do. I'm not here to shit on anybody. And certainly not, I don't condone anyone bullying or saying anything bad. But I think we just need to educate and not come at it with this combative whatever. Because that's just not the way that we're going to make any change. So, yeah, like, people are being horrible to LuLaRoe retailers. And I feel so badly for that. And I just want to like hug them and say like, it's okay, like whatever. But you also have to understand that this is a wave, right? This is a new documentary
Now, I don't condone bullying, obviously. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Don't bully. But let's not forget the LuLaRoe people who bullied Roberta on TikTok and who continue to do so. Who shitted on her all over Facebook and in a Facebook group. Said horrible things about her. Who continue to report her and try to get her TikTok taken down. Just because they hate her. Just because she was in that documentary telling her experience. Let's not forget that. They're not all sunshine and rainbows. They're not blameless. We don't bully them back, but we don't forget what they're doing to people who are standing up and trying to speak out. Let's keep going.
That just came out. People are talking about it. You know, I was just at the ocean, so I'm like, maybe it's the wave, but like, they come, they crash, they go back out. They come, they crash, they go back out. Like, this isn't like the new normal. It's something that came out and it's giving people something to talk about. So if you find yourself feeling like your confidence has been chipped away at, or you're like, shit, how do I talk about what I do now because everyone's going to think whatever, you're still confident. You still know what you're doing. You still are aligned with a company that makes you feel good. You're making money. You have friends doing what you're doing. Some people have bad experiences. That's okay. But we also we can't forget about the people who have positive experiences, right? Like, they talk.
Oh, honey, it's the new norm. And it's only going to get worse from here. I love it. I love it. It's the new norm. MLMs will continue to be shitted on from here on out. Things are going to continue to unravel. That's a good way to put it, I think. While maybe a few have a great experience in MLM because they make it to the top, let's not forget that is not the experience. The experience is what the majority experiences, which is hell. The majority experience is bad with multi-level marketing companies. She even said earlier, 99%? Oh, sure, okay. Don't be afraid of that number. Don't be afraid. Don't fall for it. She seems like an extremely ignorant person who chooses to gaslight people. She subtly gaslights. Don't join an MLM. God, let's keep watching.
Talk about people who are like super, super high on the top of the pyramid, like looking down from their multi-billion-dollar castles, and then people who had like a really shitty experience and made bad choices. But like in the middle of the pyramid, the bulk of the pyramid are people who are just like doing the damn thing, enjoying it, and having a good time. This bulk of the pyramid is not failure. It's not bad. It's not, and it's great. But the majority of the pyramid, that bulk, is boring, and it doesn't make a good story. It's people who are having a perfectly fine time. People who are liking it.
Okay, that's alright. Okay. Alright, just do it. Does she know math? The majority of the pyramid is down here. Not here and not here. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, it's painful. It's painful. What is she saying? I think she's just making shit up as she goes. This Lularich documentary really fucked her up, man. And a lot of other people. But oh my gosh, I'm surprised it really messed with her more than I thought it did. You can really see her confidence a lot lower in this than in her other videos. Like if you watch some of her other videos, she's very insecure about what she's saying in this, very unsure, but she's pretty good at masking it. But I see it. I see right through it. It's obvious in my eyes. That Lularich documentary messed them up. Let's keep watching.
People who are like, yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. That's not sensational. So that's why people don't focus on that. So don't get in a tizzy. Don't spend time focusing on like how negative this is and what a horrible impact it's going to have. It's not. I mean, I plan on finishing the documentary because it's important to be educated about what's going on. So I can say like, oh yeah, I did see that. That's pretty fucking crazy. Or that guy is an author of an anti-MLM book. Or like, look into the people who are in the documentary. How do they make their money? That guy gets paid to talk about how bad MLMs are. Okay, I don't think it's pretty like fair stance on things. Like, you make a living talking about how bad they are.
No. He makes a living sharing facts about them. Get your facts right. He doesn't make a living talking about how bad they are. You just take the facts as bad. He shares the facts, and you see them as bad. Interesting.
So, anyway, and I will say, I thought when this came out, I was like, wow, this is the perfect reason, or a perfect example of why DsGC exists. Because we can all be out here in the ether talking about like how it's bad, how we're not like this, how some people are going to be combative about it. Some people are going to be like, I'm throwing in the towel because I'm not dealing with this. Like, we all need to be on the same page. We all need to like come together and say like, we're going to create the new industry standard. Because the companies aren't really talking about it. I get it. It's not their MO. Whatever. We're going to brush it on the table. It's not important. That's a whole nother conversation that I won't have online. But we, as the people in the field, get to decide to create a new standard or not. So I am highly encouraging you, if you are not yet in DsGC, Direct Sales Growth Community, which is my membership platform, like, get in there. If you care at all about your business, about this industry, about the perception of what it is that we do, we need to all be in there. So the whole like purpose of DsGC is to change the perception of direct sales from the inside out. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm here to make sure that we're all up to speed and that we are all surfing the new wave of social selling and making sure that the antiquated practices are thrown out the window. And that we're kind of like ending that cycle. So if you're not familiar with DsGC, the link is in my bio.
DsGC is like her company. I don't know. DsGC is like direct sales game changer. I don't know. If I had to guess, I would guess that's what it is. But by the way, if you're like, why did you say her name? You can say their first name. I'm not going to say her last name or her like Instagram handle or anything. But she's obviously a little uncomfy. I feel like I really didn't have to debunk a lot because she was so uncomfortable and she was very unsure of herself that she kind of showed her insecurity. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. She is messed up about this Lularich stuff. And if you haven't watched it, you totally should. It's on Amazon Prime. Again, you don't have it? Just get the free month and then quit the subscription. That's what a lot of people did. So anyway, I want to hear your commentary below on it. That's pretty much all of it. She just kind of goes into like what they're going to do next week or something like that. She like goes into some things that are coming up and I'm like, I don't care. Anyway, if I didn't mention it before, her company is Rodan & Fields, which is a deep dive I will be doing soon. Funny how that worked out. Y'all voted for Rodan & Fields. Over 500 of you. Thank you. If you haven't voted, it's still in my community page. If you haven't voted, you can still go vote for it. It's really between Rodan & Fields and doTERRA, so go take a vote. I'll do that soon. Again, I want to hear your commentary on what she said. So post your commentary on what she said below. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I encourage you to go look through some of the comments in that video because don't go and comment on there. But if you're bored, just go and laugh at the comments. That's what I did. I don't comment on there. I didn't do anything crazy. Don't bully, okay? I just laughed. I just went and had a giggle. It's a good giggle, but you know, that's just me. I laugh at that kind of stuff. I hope that you have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you're watching this, and I'll see you next time.